Hello, I'm Aerin Johnson, and welcome to TMN Television on Thursday, March 28th. Tonight we see the recent university response to posters posted in the community and look at an investigation currently being done by DPS and Title IX about a reported assault. We also hear about two organizations trying to do some good in the community. And later, we have the Truman Sports Update. These stories and more tonight on TMN Television. You don't want to miss this. Truman State University sent out an email Tuesday morning regarding the posters that had been posted around the Kirksville community promoting white supremacy. The email was meant to inform students that the university is aware of the posters' presence, the Department of Public Safety is on heightened alert, and students should be safe. Institutional Compliance Officer and Title IX Coordinator Laurie Mullet says the information was brought to her attention, showing students were concerned about their safety. She consulted with DPS Director Sarah Holzmeyer and wanted to make sure students and staff understood there is a safety escort service on campus. Before sending the email, Mullet consulted with the university's Center for Diversity and 5 students from different organizations on campus, including student government. President Sue Thomas was also involved. Assistant Dean of Diversity and Inclusion, Carol Bennett, says while hate speech is present in every community, Truman should let its students know their safety is priority. The Department of Public Safety is investigating a reported 4th-degree assault occurring at Truman State University March 20th. Public Safety Director Sarah Holzmeyer says DPS received a report of the assault last Wednesday afternoon. After completing an investigation, Holzmeyer says DPS will forward any charges with probable cause statements to the Adair County Prosecuting Attorney for consideration. The Title IX office is also investigating the incident. Institutional Compliance Officer and Title IX Coordinator Laurie Mullet says she is not at liberty to discuss the case with her while her office conducts the investigation. If there is an allegation of discrimination based on sex that is also a criminal act, DPS and Title IX can run concurrent but separate investigations. Mullet says the two investigations can share information, but they are separate with different standards of evidence and different processes. The building that caught on fire earlier this year might be replaced. Kirksville Fire Department and Truman Department of Public Safety concluded the incident at the Delaney and Baldwin complex was an electrical fire. Vice President for Administration, Finance, and Planning, Dave Rector, says Truman has a $50,000 deductible, meaning it will have a $50,000 share after any loss. Rector says an insurance adjuster viewed the damage and estimated the price of the items lost. At the moment, Rector says the university is still finalizing the cost. After a quick break, stay tuned for our Truman weather forecast with Rachel and Gabby.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate, and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love, love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Hello, my name is Gabby Tweehouse.
And I'm Rachel Whitehouse. And we are here to tell you this week's forecast.
Tomorrow, make sure you have your rain gear because I am seeing a high probability of rain mid-afternoon through the evening.
Saturday morning, there's a 40% chance of rain, which you may think is low, but someone recently told me that if it's 40% or higher, plan for rain. But I guess if you sleep in all day Saturday, you won't have to worry about that, right?
Sunday will be one of the chillier days this week with lows of 29 degrees, but a high of 47.
Hey, if that's the worst this week is going to be, then I'm content. Monday will be pretty cloudy with highs of 54 and lows of 36.
Tuesday, make sure you go outside and soak up the sun. It's supposed to be mostly sunny with a high of 62 and a low of 46. A heat wave.
Wednesday, the heat wave will continue with a high of 66 and a low of 49. Can you believe that spring is here? And not only that, but it feels like spring.
No, I truly cannot believe it. Thursday, there's a 40% chance of rain, so bring that umbrella out and enjoy the rain with highs of 58 and lows of 36 degrees.
Well, that's all we got, folks.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's weather.
Stay warm, stay dry, stay cool.
Got a quarter?
The 8 candidates currently running for Kirksville City Council answered questions about city issues in a forum hosted by the Kirksville Area Chamber of Commerce last Tuesday. 3 council seats are open for the April 2nd election. The 2 candidates receiving the most votes will earn 3-year terms, while the candidate earning the 3rd highest amount of votes will earn a 1-year term. The 8 candidates include Mayor Chuck Long, Council members Zach Burton, veteran Steve Reiser, and citizens Jessica Park, Jordan Weikelt, Kevin Alm, Daniel Joyner, and Donald Smith. The candidates gave their views on city road conditions and repairs, overhauling the city municipal code, zoning for and attracting medical marijuana facilities, and what they believe is the most important economic development issue in Kirksville. A ballot measure to create a $1 tax on all devices capable of contacting 911 will appear on the April 2nd ballot. The money from the tax would fund emergency 911 operations, though it will not cover all of the operations costs. Missouri Governor Mike Parsons signed a bill that allowed counties to tax these devices last year. The initiative has been in the works for 15 years, but the state just allowed it last year. 911 fees were previously funded by landline fees and subsidies. Don Crosby, Adair County E911 Service Board Chair, says he will expect the tax to be applied to around 21,000 people, raising about $250,000 a year. The tax would only apply to residents in Adair County who have a service billing address in the county. The Kirksville Watershed Management Commission has received a $20,000 grant that funded the installation of signs throughout Kirksville to help inform citizens about the watersheds in this area. According to Commission Chairman Lynn Collars, the project is going well, and citizens have shown a lot of interest in it. Ashley Young, the Assistant City Manager, says this project is important because citizens ought to be informed on where their water comes from and where it is going so they can make better decisions. By protecting watersheds, citizens not only protect the environment, but this will also help them save money by reducing the amount of chemicals needed to make the water drinkable. AM Housing has been raising money in order to create a homeless shelter in Kirksville. Here's TMN's Rachel Fechter with the story.
AM Housing, a nonprofit comprised of Truman students and Kirksville Community members, is working to raise money to launch a homeless shelter in northeast Missouri. The group hopes to raise enough funds by the end of April to pay for the startup costs of purchasing a building. Their goal is to have a homeless shelter up and running and open to the public by this coming fall. AM Housing has gained a lot of traction from Truman students eager to serve the community and make a difference.
I guess I'd say we're over halfway there. And so I think with a lot more student involvement and community awareness, especially going for some of our fundraisers later in the semester, we will definitely be reaching our goal amount to be able to put this work into progress over the summer and into the fall.
While AM Housing's main goal is to raise money for launching a homeless shelter, their members also hope to bring more awareness towards the homeless population in the Kirksville community, as well as a larger systemic issue of housing insecurity in general.
I feel like it's important to keep pushing for the money, keep pushing for a building, keep going to events, because as soon as we have that building sometime later in the year, it's going to make a huge difference. We're going to see an immediate impact on our community, and it's going to be honestly one of the most, I don't want to say like influential, but like it'll change your perspective on what is important, kind of, because you're going to be made aware of all these people who have way less. I don't know. I think it's a great cause, and it's something near and dear to my heart because I've had a lot of home insecurity. So, I don't know. I just love it.
This is Rachel Fechter from TMN TV.
The Community Mission, a local soup kitchen, is having its grand reopening. Here's TMN's reporter Gabby Tweehouse with the story.
The Community Mission is a local nonprofit organization. It is a combination of a soup kitchen and thrift store. The Community Mission is open Tuesday through Saturday. The soup kitchen provides free lunch, and the thrift store has clothing, household amenities, and other various items in order to keep the buildings up and running. The community mission is having a grand reopening on April 6th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. At the event, lunch will be provided, and various games will be available to play. Tau Lambda Sigma, Alpha Phi Omega, and a few other organizations from Truman State University will work at the event. TLS Service Chair Havana Lowe's says they are promoting the event around campus and the community through flyers and media networks. Co-director of the community mission, Deborah Fisher, says the reason for having the grand reopening is to show people the renovated buildings. Fisher acknowledges the role Truman students play in the community.
Truman is a very big part of Kirksville. It is, without Truman, Kirksville would probably really fail. And so I think it's good that the community sees them working and interacting, even though they don't live here.
APO's Vice President of Service, Sarah LaChance, explains why the mission is beneficial to Kirksville and her fraternity specifically.
We get to serve somebody and really see like a direct impact, like it's immediate gratification. Every time we go and serve, we see what we did and we see how we helped out.
A member of APO, Liz Lovesey, discusses how the community mission differs from the other off-campus service projects her fraternity does.
My time in the organization, we haven't really done any large, we have done large service projects, but not necessarily any that you can see how it really affects the community and who you're impacting.
This is Gabby Tweehouse from TMN TV.
Be sure to stay tuned after the break for our Truman Sports Update.
It's fine that other people like you. It's more important that you like yourself. And I'm comfortable with every part of me. Meals on Wheels coming to my door as someone who's housebound assures me that I'm not forgotten. They care that I'm okay. My name is Asha Ida Bell. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Truman's men and women's swimming teams have finished their time at the NCAA Division II Swimming and Diving Championships over spring break. Competing for the women's team at the championships was sophomore Natalie Galezzo, doing the 200-meter breaststroke, who came in 9th place in the consolation final with a time of 2 minutes 15.05 seconds. Competing for the men's team was senior Sam Heverow in his last competition as a Bulldog, coming in at 29th for the 100-meter freestyle with a time of 44.78 seconds. Overall, the women tied at 26th place at the tournament, and the men came in 31st place. This past weekend, the start of Truman State men's and women's tennis conference season saw the Quincy University Hawks defeat Truman in 2 of the Great Lakes Valley Conference dual matches on Saturday in the Gym City. The Quincy men took the doubles point by sweeping the 3 matches 7-6, 6-1, and 6-3, with Griffin Turnage and Nick Thiel pushing Brendan Everhart and Eric Wheeler in the first doubles match. In singles, Thiel won his first ever set over Everhart 7-6, but dropped number 2 7-5 and the tiebreaker 10-6. Mara Dunn was the only winner in the women's match. Dunn defeated Rita Kadeva 6-0 and 6-4 in the top singles spot. Dunn and Alexandra Rogers battled Michaela Hampton and Nicole Lau in the featured doubles match, but fell 7-6. Quincy would grab the doubles point with 6-1 and 6-2 victories in the other 2 matches. They would sweep the other 5 singles matches for the 6-1 win. The Truman baseball team raised nearly $4,500 and had their heads shaved in support of the Versus Cancer Foundation in the fight against pediatric brain cancer following Sunday's 12-5 loss to McKendree University in the final game of their 3-game series. Players and coaches have been growing their hair out since the fall, and their money he raised to date for the Versus Cancer Foundation was $4,389. After the game, staff from the Paragon Family Hair Salon helped the Truman players go bald for the post-game ceremony. This has been your Truman Sports Update. Be sure to stay tuned after the break for questions in the sub.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch.
Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Reporters Rachel Whitehouse and Gabby Tweehouse went out to the sub to talk to students and see exactly what's new in this week's edition of Questions in the Sub.
Hello everyone, welcome to TMN TV Questions in the Sub. Get excited for today's questions.
Nick.
Megan. I'm Abby Henshaw.
I'm Sydney Perkins.
I'm Sarah.
Alex.
Kelsey. Kate Becker.
I don't think I would tell them about how slippery the ice gets when it ices on campus.
I would not tell them how hard Truman is.
I would not tell them that college is awful. What she said.
The bricks make you fall down.
The bricks make you fall down, apparently. Also, the sun never comes out for a while.
Winter's terrible, and that the sun right now is deceiving.
I guess I would avoid all of like the downtown areas, like not let them see that, I guess. I don't know. Not a lot going on down there, I guess.
I like Fatty Walk to Barnett. She long. I like Fatty Walk to Barnett. She long. I like Fatty Walk to Barnett. She long.
Poker face. Poker face. Da 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 da. Poker face. Poker face.
This hit that ice cold, that fight for that white gold. This one for the good girls, them hood girls, straight masterpiece. Wildin' up in the city. Got chucks on with Sailor on. Gotta kiss myself, it's too pretty. Too hot, hot.
The sun'll come out tomorrow. That's it.
I don't want to answer this question. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, I would also like to not answer this question.
Under the sea. There we go.
I'm definitely more of a fork because I'm a little more aggressive.
Yes, agreed.
And more of a spoon because I don't break things apart. I keep them together.
I'm more of a fork because you can pick up a lot of things at once. I'm a spork because I value them both equally.
Okay. Fork, I like to poke things, and I would like to not hold soup.
I guess a spoon because I would like to hold soup.
I guess fork. I don't know. Sometimes forks are more useful, practical.
Goodbye. Have a great rest of the week. Because
I like Fatty Walk to Barnett. She long.
Where are you getting these questions from?
Thank you for tuning in with us tonight. For complete news coverage, be sure to stay tuned to KTRM, pick up a copy of the Index, and look at Detours Magazine's latest adventure online. Don't forget to also check out our news content on tmn.truman.edu. You can also follow TMN on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for breaking news updates, and if you missed part of our broadcast tonight, check out TMN TV on YouTube. If you've ever thought about being on TV, be sure to head on over to tmn.truman.edu/apply to fill out an application today. From all of us here at TMN, thank you for tuning in, and have a great rest of the week.